Alafia, this is Yaya Fini with our Teaching Tuesday again. Today we're going to talk about the Odu of Osa. Once upon a time, or there's an apataki or a story that talks about how is it that the cotton tree was able to protect her young, which are the flowers that come up on a cotton tree. Now this is a cotton plant that I have in my yard, and I'm sharing it with you today. Now, for those of us who know what a cotton plant, a cotton bud looks like, it's surrounded with thorns to protect the wonderful cotton. And so this is the story of the cotton plant had been very frustrated and desperate because every time the plant had babies or had blossoms or little tender flowers, the birds would come and eat them. Every time she said, "Oh my goodness, we have so many little shoots, little beautiful blossoms, they're little beautiful flowers. I know I'm going to have a lot of children." And the cotton plant, to her surprise, by the next morning, the birds would have eaten up all of her little buds again. She said, "You know what? I'm going to go to Orunmila. I'm going to go to find out exactly." So the cotton plant went to Orunmila and said, "Orunmila, why is it and what can I do to protect my children? Because every time that I have a baby that is born, the birds come and eat them." So Orunmila said, "Okay, this is the ebo or the ritual that you need to do." And so he gave her the prescription and she did it. And she went back home and she placed it at the base of her tree. And next thing you know, she started having these blooms again. And from these blooms, there were thorns. Very strong, pointy little brown things that engulfed or protected her babies. So after a while, the cotton plant just started blooming and she started having babies and she just felt so happy. And from that day, we always see that the cotton is nice and soft, but around it is always so protected that if you grab it, it will cut you and you will bleed. And so the moral of this story is, just like the cotton plant, whenever you know that your children are under attack or that there are things or circumstances stopping them from being productive in their life or successful in their life, take their names, take them. You go to Ifa, to Orunmila, go to a diviner, and it does not have to be Ifa. It can go to Merinde Lagoon. It go to some type of divination to find out exactly what can you do to make sure that your children are protected so that they will rise up to be the successful beings that they should be, and that anytime somebody goes to pluck them, that they will get hurt. So have a wonderful Teaching Tuesday, and remember, protect your children.